Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Shiba Inu, Bitcoin and some other meme coins as well. So let's jump straight in. Let's start off with Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is dominating the market right now. As we can see here, it has just reached a new all-time high and has reached price discovery, which means that we don't know any new targets yet, as there have been no previous resistance levels from this price onwards. However, what we can use is a Fibonacci sequence to determine a next potential resistance, which on the daily chart, if we draw the Fibonacci from the previous all-time high to the previous low that we had last year at around $15,000, we can see that the next potential target is going to be at around $100,000 for one coin on BTC. Now, Bitcoin is absolutely tearing through the markets, which is what we're seeing every single week. On Monday, we always seem to have a new all-time high, potentially because it's prior to the markets opening. And even when the markets do open, we can usually see a new influx of volume of money flowing into Bitcoin. Maybe that's when the ETF orders get filled and more Bitcoin gets bought, and so on and so forth. However, nevertheless, our next targets are looking to be a six-figure Bitcoin. We also have to look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, because this is what shows us where altcoin season is, where meme coin season is, and essentially what we should be doing, whether we should be buying Bitcoin, Ethereum or altcoins. Now, the thing with Bitcoin dominance is when it goes up, usually altcoins will go down, and when Bitcoin dominance goes down, usually altcoins will go up. As you can see here, we're still currently trending up in this little supply and demand area. However, each move is slowly starting to get weak. You can see here we had equal highs, and right now, even if we do get a pushback up here, I don't think we will see any sort of breakthrough. I think we should see a nice turnaround, and for us potentially to come back to this demand zone right here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Essentially what we want to see really for an altcoin season to start is for us to break below here, which is going to be really difficult. However, anything can happen in this market. Even if we do come to this area where the demand zone is, we can still see altcoins do and perform really well. Now, the star of the video, let's move on to Shiba. In the previous video, I mentioned that we should potentially come into this demand zone before hitting the 0.382 level. We didn't. Instead, we just went straight to the 0.382 level and have essentially created this new supply zone right here. So then we went into this sort of downtrend, and now you can see we got a little market structure shift when this candle will close, and we should potentially come back up to the 0.382 level. Maybe see some sort of correction if we're unable to break above this. If we do break above the supply zone, then what we should see is a nice little pump to the 0.5 level right here, which would be above the previous high at around 0.480 on SHIB. Me potentially, I want to be looking to accumulate SHIB in this demand zone right here, or as close to it as possible. You can see here we created a low. I think we should still be able to come into this demand zone, especially if dominance is able to come up slightly. Any sort of small dump on Bitcoin when the dominance is going up does result quite massively in a relatively large move down on altcoins, and meme coins in specific, because meme coins are sort of the last type of coin to get money flowed into them. It's usually Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, meme coins, and usually the latter will get the most amount of deflow rather than the inflow. If we're able to see a break of this low, we should head into this demand zone, which is where I want to be accumulating, even potentially looking for some longs. If on a slightly lower time frame you can find a nice entry, that's where I look to place some longs. Obviously stop losses just slightly below the demand zone, and we should look alright. SHIB is slightly underperforming other meme coins. If we look here on the daily chart, you can see we hit this high and have just been consolidating not relatively close to that high, whereas a coin like Doge, we hit the high, obviously we had a tumble, and now we've been consolidating much closer to that high. Even with Pepe, you can see Pepe is trying to already break past that high here, if I go on a slightly lower time frame, you can see it's already starting to pump up. Even if the percent is similar to SHIB, as you can see here on the right, it's much closer to that high than SHIB is, of course. Maybe SHIB is getting slightly more accumulation on a longer period because it is just consolidating here. And again, I think we'll get a lot of accumulation if we're able to come into this demand zone. It would be a very, very healthy move. However, if you're looking for some quicker gains, check out some of the other meme coins like Pepe, like WIF. WIF is also very, very close to that high, even all-time high, and it just seems to be on a roll. Even with Doge, it's much closer to that high than SHIB is. And again, Doge, a lot of catalysts for it, with Twitter, Elon, so any potential news from that will obviously pump Doge up, and then all the other altcoins will follow along with it. So that's essentially what I'd be looking for in the market today, and for the week ahead. If you want a video on some other coins, make sure to comment down below what coins. I'll probably make a video very, very soon on coins like Rendered, Dot, AVAX, and some other lower cap altcoins, which I think can do a 10 to 100x in this bull run. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I also have a group which I'll leave down below where you can join, copy my exact portfolio, get all of mine and my team's trades, and just overall have a good time in the market, following us, chatting with us, everything like that. So I'll leave that down below if you want to join. Nevertheless, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.